Hi, hello everyone. I will be doing a video this time about something I did a year ago for the Rogue 13. It was about skinning, ITSM. I don't know if I can release the documentation I made at the time, but at least I could show you what I did. Well, I will be in touch with Rogue people and see if it's okay if, to release the documentation I made. If it's not, I guess I will have to do it again and explain and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Um, so it's advanced skinning, let's say. It's only on service request management, so well, let's show it. So I will just let the Vrug 13 logo here because well, it's something I made for the Vrug, so I mean it's only fair that you got the logo here somehow. So, but the video is done in 2013, so nearly 1 year after. So, as you can see, here I'm logged with Meryl Strife. So if you know manga and anime, you will know that it comes from Vash's Stampede, Trigun. Well, Trigun, I don't know in English. So it's a Japanese anime that is very cool actually. So if you want to read about it, I guess it will be very cool. So anyway, just let me send an email to someone. Okay, should be okay. Okay, so let's talk about here. So as you can see, there are a couple of stuff. So I made some slides that's out of the box. Those are just marketing slides. And this one is for SRD, service request, and this one is for SRD also. So some popular articles. Here I've got some categories and SRDs in the categories. So the thing that you can see immediately is that so here, because I will just show you two different profiles. So here everything is in blue, BMC blue, blue. The only difference is, of course, the icons. It's not out of the box, I guess. Here I replaced it by icons, and I guess it's the same thing here. You've got icons. If you look at something that is out of the box, I don't know if I can show it in another virtual machine. You will see that here you've got a big difference. For example, here you've got much more space, for example, for your queries, for your request. And here, if you look at it, it's much more condensated. You have got more places. Here, for example, you can store about 6 of them, and I think it's only 4 on the out of the box. Yeah, you can only store 4, and on my version you can store about 6. So it's the same thing for the cart review. I find it more convenient because you can store more information. It's not like a lot of white space. I don't really like that much. So anyway, so it's something that is available for this company, for Meryl. And she's working for Bernardelli Insurances actually. And that's what she's seeing right now. So, well, so it's okay. Let's see what the customer is seeing. The customer is Vash itself. And here is what he's seeing. So the logo is different. You can see that everything is a perfect taste of yellow and red and some things. You can see that the colors are different for the headers, for all the headers. If you open the knowledge article, and if it works, you can see that it's different. It's not in blue. You can change the color of this. It's the same thing for here. You can change the color, but you have got the same icons. And of course I changed the logo, the company logo. I changed the icons, I changed the colors. So I changed pretty much everything. But that is pretty much out of the box. I mean, this is not out of the box, and you cannot do it using the skin system of BMC. So let me put it on Busy on Skype because it begins to be annoying. And so this is pretty much something you can do with the BMC skinning. So let's see what is a bit different of BMC skinning. Here on the browse part, here everything you can do it in those colors. You can do it, it's a view field. You can do it using let's do it like this. It will be better. So you can do that, those colors, using the BMC skin system. The difference, what you cannot do with BMC skinning system is the color. Here you can see I changed the background color from service request. You cannot do that out of the box. And you cannot do it using the skin system. And the color of the slider. You can see here it's, I don't know, orange, brown, something, for Vash, and it's blue for Merrill and its other company. So that is something that you cannot do in skinning system, and this you cannot do in skinning system. So just for you to know, it's on one of the threads in the BMC community. This is in a jar file that is handled, that is used by by the service request workflow, and it's a picture. So you can change a picture. If you want, you can have the picture in brown, like I did. But the thing is that if you do that, it will be available for all the companies. So if I just did this, it would be here brown as well, instead of blue. So I had to do some stuff to make it like, I don't know, multi-tenancy aware, depending of the customer, for example. So here it's in blue, and you can see with this customer it's in brown. So that is something that you cannot do out of the box with SRM. Same thing for the background color here. So here it's pretty much like a CSS, JavaScript, and editing the jar file. So it's not like too ugly, let's say. And you've got like standard request, and well, it's this is pretty much standard. So I will show you what is not really standard. As you can see here, it's this is standard request, by the way. So you may know it, the Typhoon event. This is standard request, and if I click on request now, you can see some pretty weird things. So you can see a button. You can see buttons actually, like this one, and you can see also that when I hover a field, it is asking me for like a bubble help, if you want. So name please, your code, event ID, email, date of the event, number of bullets wasted, and a thing like this. For each of them you can, you have got a bubble help. So this is not out of the box for BMC. In service request, well, management, whatever. I found that quite interesting because sometimes you waste some information, putting some help or to fill the data. Here you just have to, you can see the bubble help immediately when you hover the field. So anyway, what happens when you click on the button? You can see that you've got hello world right now. So it's just a test to show that you can dynamically insert buttons into service request, a standard service request, and you can do whatever you want actually, for example insert some data or whatever. Here for example I got a button check code in front of what is your code name, so let's say that my name is Vash. When I click on the button, it tells me that I got a pop-up that tells me uncool. When I enter, for example, rug, this time it says cool, but what is interesting is this one. This one is a remedy pop-up. That means that it's an action message triggered by an active link. And that is something that I don't think anyone did until now. That means that somehow from a standard request you manage to launch, to trigger some IRS workflow, because until now in fact you couldn't call active links or whatever remedy workflow from a service request, from a standard service request. So here you can. So this is the first example. The second one is something that a lot of people ask, you know, like let's say that I select a date of the event, for example today, and you've got a date to send the report and the date you actually send the report, and you have 1 week after the event date to send the report. So if I click on it, here automatically it will fill the date you have to send the report, so it's 7 days from now, so the 20th. And here I will select the day I send the report. So let's not say the 28th, but for example the 31. And when I click elsewhere, it will trigger a warning. You have 1 week to send the report. And this message is something also coming from IRS workflow, remedy workflow. So that means that somehow you sent back, I called an active link that compared both dates, this one and this one, and I saw that it was more than 7 days. So just to show that with the kind of stuff I did, you can call remedy workflow from a standard service request. So I must say that I found that like pretty much very soon before, very little time before the rug itself. So I made something that is working actually, but that can be improved. That I hope that I will show you a much improved version at BMC Engage. So much more configurable, because right now BMC didn't think about it to make it easy, I guess. The idea in itself is very simple, and but it takes a lot of time to do something clean and that you can set correctly within the service request. The idea is to do only very small modification into the remedy system. Basically, I think I just added a couple of fields. That's all. No specific workflow. Everything is done basically in JavaScript and configuration on service request. So that's the idea. Minimum customization on one form, and all the rest is all standard workflow that you have to do, for example, to compare some dates or whatever, or to trigger a message, or JavaScript. And basically you have got one big JavaScript code that you put into the service request in somewhere, and it's actually one JavaScript code that is used by all service requests. So it's that's why, and all the code is inside, all the intelligence, let's say, and you only just set the service request within the service request. So it's just one JavaScript code, but that can be used for all the other service request. And of course, the standard service request work as designed. I mean, it doesn't break anything. Here it's standard one, it doesn't break anything. It's just for some special one, you can add some specific settings that activate, for example, the help, or dynamically insert buttons in front of the questions, or buttons that will call, for example, JavaScript code or remedy workflow. So that's, I guess, pretty much all I can show you here right now. I will ask Rug committee if I can give you the documentation I made at the time, at least for the skinning part, because there are some tricks, for example for this, for the color here, for some of the pictures you had to do some tags and things like that. How it is working, the result of the configuration, so it might be interesting. And also this part, those icons, of to change this, and well, so I don't know. Well, anyway, it was just like a preview of what I did last year, because I saw a couple of questions like very recently on the BMC community. And well, that's pretty much all for now. So if you have got any questions, feel free to go on the BMC community website on the link that is below the video, and well, ask questions. See you.